If you clicked on this video, then you're probably currently panicking after indulging a bit too much at Christmas and New Year and thinking that you've messed up on all the progress that you've made. Either that or you just like me and you watch all my videos. Cheers, lads. Well, as I'm sure you already know, you definitely are not alone in this. In fact, most people do this. Almost everybody overindulges during the holidays. It's literally a time of the year that is associated with overeating, overdrinking, unhealthy food decisions, calorie-dense foods, the whole lot. And I'm not going to go into what I think about this or my personal approach to dealing with the Christmas period. That is not what this video is about. It's too late for that now. It's January. But what we are going to get into is how to deal with the rebound and the aftermath, let's say, of what you might have done to yourself during the holiday period. But first, take 2 seconds to subscribe to my YouTube channel, AshMayPT, and also give this video a thumbs up whilst you're at it. Okay, so before I get into the best 3 approaches of dealing with the weight gain after Christmas and New Year's, first of all, I'm going to discuss something very important. Is it actually weight gain? You need to figure out if you've actually gained weight or how much weight you've actually gained. A lot of the time, a few days after Christmas, people will hesitantly step on the scale and it will be up 5 pounds. They look horrified. But in reality, they're worrying about absolutely nothing, worrying for no reason. If it is just 5 pounds, it's not fat, it's water retention. You need to approach and think about this logically. To gain 1 pound of fat, just 1 pound of fat, you need to roughly eat more calories than your body burns by 3,500 calories. That's a lot of food. If you're a person that burns around 2,000 calories a day, then that means to gain 1 pound of fat in a day, you'd be eating 5,500 calories. Not many people are doing that. And how many days did you actually go crazy during the holiday period? Maybe Christmas Eve, Day and Boxing Day? Okay, so that's 3 days worth of overeating, and you think you gained 5 pounds. 5 pounds of fat gain would equal around 17,500 calories overeaten within those 3 days. That would mean you ate 5,833 calories over your maintenance calories for 3 days in a row. Do you know how hard that is to do? Do you know how hard that is to do? Like, yeah, obviously, technically it's possible and there are people that have done this, but most people are nowhere close. Instead, you overate by a little bit, maybe 500, 1,000, 1,500 calories max. You ate more carbs. You ate more sodium than usual. You drank more liquids and you slept less. All of those things lead to increased water retention. They can make you hold a couple of pounds of water, just like that. So before you go into any of the following approaches, just take a few days of going completely normal about your life to allow your weight to normalize and find out how much, if any, weight you've actually gained. Because it's quite likely that after a few days of letting your body normalize and getting back to normal routine, your weight's going to be back, literally right back to where it was before. Bang on. Okay, so approach 1 is for people which were sensibly dieting before the holiday period and then just went a little bit overboard for a few days. Since I said you were being sensible before this period, that means you were doing things in a sustainable, realistic manner. So you're probably in around a 300 to 500 calorie deficit and just steadily going along, losing a little bit of weight each and every week. And that is exactly what you should continue doing. Yes, those few days of a small calorie surplus may have set you back a few days, a week, a couple weeks at the absolute max. But so what? There is no rush at all to get you back to exactly where you were the day before you overindulged. And if you try and compensate for those few days of overeating by suddenly dipping into a really drastic calorie deficit instead of the small, realistic one you were doing before, all you're doing is massively increasing the likelihood that you're gonna binge or just give up altogether and just not be successful with the current diet that you're on. Not just that, but it also leaves you in a pretty bad place. If you suddenly start dieting way harder and you start losing weight really fast, what happens when that weight loss stops? You're going to diet even harder? Do way more cardio? Probably not. Just take it slow, steady, continue as you were. The second approach is for people that weren't dieting before this period of indulgence. You were just maybe maintaining, not really paying much attention to your weight, slowly, steadily lean bulking, something like that. But you don't want to hold on to those few extra pounds that you've gained after everything else has settled down, and that's fine. And luckily for you, luckily for me, this is really easy. You basically want to approach it in a way that makes losing those couple of pounds as easy and effortless as the least stressful way possible. If it fits into your lifestyle and it's so effortless that you don't even notice it's happening, then it won't be disruptive to you, your training, your life. Like I said, it's unlikely that realistically you actually gained more than 1 or 2 pounds. So let's break it down. Give yourself 4 weeks to lose that weight in a way that you won't even think about it. So 2 pounds equals roughly 7,000 calories. This is the higher number, by the way. It's probably nowhere near 2 pounds. Divide 7,500 by 28, and that gives us a 267 calorie deficit every day for 4 weeks. That is so easy. Bump it up to 300, stick to that every day for 3 or 4 weeks. You won't even notice that it's happening, and boom. All of that weight gone. And the third and final approach is the one that no one really thinks about, but I think it's a good one. So what? Learn from it and move on. Accept this ridiculously minor weight gain and just continue with your life. Continue pursuing your goals. Does an extra pound on the scale really matter? Does it change how you look? No. Does it change who you are as a person? No. Does it change how you feel? Probably not. It's a pound. Simply learn and move on. Forget about it. If you feel really guilty about gaining a tiny bit of weight over Christmas because you know you overate and you drank too much, then that's something that you need to think about and learn from and take into next year, take into the next holiday period. But it doesn't mean you should punish yourself about it now. Just learn from it next time. All this does is teach us that the instant gratification that these calorie-dense foods provide probably aren't worth it. 10 minutes after you've eaten it, the taste is gone, you've moved on, now what? If you feel that bad after eating it because of the weight gain, was it worth eating? Is it worth the repercussions? Probably not. Obviously, you shouldn't feel bad after eating or indulging. You shouldn't feel bad, you shouldn't feel guilty, but we're not getting into that this video. That's a whole nother can of worms. I honestly believe that in most situations, for most people, if you've gained just a pound over Christmas, just shrug it off, learn from it, and take that into next year. Just move on. Don't stress about it. Don't punish yourself. Don't try and restrict. Don't try and add cardio to get rid of it. It's just a pound. Forget and move on. Live your life. So, those are the 3 best methods, in my opinion, for dealing with any weight gain that you've experienced after the holidays, after Christmas, after New Year, or at any point in your life, basically. So, we've now discussed what you should do. So what should you not do? Do not go into a binge and restrict cycle. If you start restricting yourself heavily every time you overeat, you're just going to lead to more overeating, more restricting, eating disorders, never really getting anywhere. You're basically just running in circles. Do not do a shit ton of cardio and try and burn off all the calories you ate. Not only is it just ridiculously inefficient and a waste of your life, it also leads to a bad relationship with exercise, a bad relationship with food. Don't do it. You should be doing cardio because you love yourself, you want to take care of your body, not because you hate yourself. Do not starve yourself. Do not yo-yo diet. Do not be stupid. Just be logical, okay? Be logical. Just don't be stupid, guys. It's not that hard. Listen to the advice I've given you in this video. Take it on board. Forget and move on. Remember that. Forget and move on. And that is all for today, guys. That is what I think is the best 3 ways to deal with weight gain over the holiday period, and what you should definitely not do as ways of dealing with Christmas New Year, weight gain. Obviously, I think these 3 methods are very helpful, but I also think that the initial section about figuring out if it's actually weight gain or if it's actually water retention is the most important part of this video, and that's why I put it first. That's usually what the issue actually is. It's usually not actually weight gain, so don't just skip that information. If you did, go back and listen to it, guys, come on. If you enjoyed today's video, if you learned something from it, if it's made you feel better, please make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's new videos coming out every Tuesday and every Friday, so join the team and don't miss out. We're doing big things on this channel. It's a small channel, we're doing big things, so get involved. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, drop in the comment section below. I'll get right back to you. Until the next one, see you later, guys.